almost 15 weeks old, and they're now in their new home with lots of friends. They come to look at this. 3.5 months ago, they were brought over, hatched accidentally. We raised them, started with a box, which didn't last long. Quickly, they were put into a dog crate. It's good we had an extra one that we weren't using, though we don't use dog crates. And then they got to wander around my bird garden. Don't ask what they did to the bird garden. I have no more poppies. They love poppies and tomatoes. And Zoe loved them. Look, they were the same size as her. She took care of them even as they got a little bigger. But then it got to the point where they had to be moved. They were just starting to show more size to Zoe, and I didn't want them to be running into her, though they were still buddies and they would still come and visit in the bird garden. But they would go with Gary to their new yard where they could forage outside in the grass and look at the chickens that were around. Before you knew it, they were 14 weeks old and they were big. Too dangerous to be left with Zoe anymore, and too big in general even for us, but they were in a yard with roll bars. That's to keep them safe from coyotes, bobcats, and even mountain lions, though we don't think a mountain lion has ever roamed through our property. We do have bobcats periodically. It's really the coyotes that we worry about with them right now. So in case you didn't see the videos on the emus, how they ended up here, and we just took care of them as they were baby chicks since Dad didn't want them. And instead of recapping the whole thing, you can go back and see that video. I'm just going to kind of recap a little bit so you'll see what is going on. The girl that brought them over did want them back. She's got a lot of animals. She does the rescue. She does all kinds of stuff. And she didn't know how to care for baby emus. And being that we did raise emus 30 years ago, Gary and I, we knew what to do and how to jump in, and that's what we did. So they were brought to us, and we took care of them until now they're half grown. They're going to get much bigger. So they've been underneath my deck where we feed and have the hummingbirds, which has been the perfect place for them. But it's time for them to go exactly where they're supposed to go, back to the girl that brought them over. After all, she did drop them off saying that she really wanted them back, but she was afraid we were going to get so attached and not give them back. She was okay with that too. But realistically, we've got so much going on, and I do worry about my Yorkie, Zoe, that it is best that they go there because she deals mainly with large animals, and I think they would make a really good companion for some of the animals there. And it would work out, I think, all in all, better for them. So we kind of enjoyed them for the last few days, kind of reminiscing over just having them. It was really a joy watching them run. But you see this? This is why really the decision was made.
But Gary, I found her.
During a live feed.
Gary? She's here.
As you can see here. And Gary's looking for her. Oh gosh, this is scary. A lot of you wanted to see him. Zoe was having a blast. But to me, I was going to have a heart attack. You know, if they want to, they can jump this fence. Look how big they've gotten. This was basically an accident waiting to happen. She's small and they're just getting bigger and bigger. And they're going to be quite heavy when they get a little bit older. So she wanted him back, and that would be the best way to deal with this situation, to keep everybody happy and make sure there's no accidents here. She is set up for large animals. We really aren't. So Gary decided the best way would be to put him in a big dog crate we had and take them down, and there he was in the back of their vehicle, now transporting the emus to their new forever home. Off Gary went down the road to their new place, getting them situated in their new pen. Talk about large animals. This is the place for them. It will take a little while for them to settle in because this is all different, but they've got a lot of company there. Is this not fun? They're beautiful. Everybody's well-fed, healthy, beautiful creatures roaming around. They're going to look a little dusty and dirty, but that's because they love rolling in the dirt. After all, what would you do if you were a llama? Mama's going to give you a bath, and then you're going to go right out there and roll in everything. Okay, well, it keeps everybody busy. But look at them. They're trying to see who's come to live on our farm.
Hey, this is quite nice. Yeah, look at that.
That's them making their little peeping noises. Before we got there, a llama had visited the pen. The gate was open, but that will be all swept up, cleaned up, their poop, the llama poop, and go straight into the garden. She does a lot of gardening as well. And she's got the pygmy goat, which belongs to somebody else who left it there because they just wanted it to grow up there with all the other animals, and the girl still comes to visit. And then she's got her llamas and the chickens. And the goal is that once they're completely settled in, the gate will be open and they'll be able to roam all day. And then for the evening, they'll go back to their pen and have it all closed up. Kind of like what we do with our chickens. They roam, and then at night they go into their coops and we lock them up. This way we know where they are and it's safer for them at night. Is this not beautiful? I just love it here. It's so peaceful. All the trees, the animals, the chickens. I think they've got the perfect home now. Should work out really well. Just think, they'll be as tall as those llamas almost one day soon. So I told you if I could get an update on their new home and where they were going, I definitely would do it. She gave me permission to do this video to show you how they're going to be set up. And I think this is going to be really good. I love how she cares for her llamas. They are absolutely beautiful. The work and the effort that goes in to taking care of them and sharing them and grooming them and growing a ducktail on one of them. I think that's what they used to call it when somebody let their hair grow in the back a little braid. Isn't that cute? She did it for fun. She's had some remarks from people, but I think it looks really cool. Don't you? Worst comes to worst, cut it off. It's just hair. I think it's so cute how the llamas are roaming around, and the goat, checking out the new addition to their yard. But they're so peaceful, they always welcome a newcomer. Are they not adorable? Look at that. And I heard one of the emus became really good friends with that llama. They lean up together in the corral. I think that is adorable. I think it's the one that has a leg that's not that strong. So now he's got a new friend. But there they are in their new pen. They're going to get situated. It's been covered with chain link and wire so they can't try to get through the corral. And then they'll open the gate, which they did already. Gary was there, and they wandered around, and then they were put back. But they've only been there a few days, so it's going to take a while for them to settle down, get used to all the other animals. Do we miss them? Yes, but I really do worry about accidents because we're not set up for large animals. And I think this is a good choice for them to go back where they belong. She's the one that brought the babies. And now they'll have llamas for friends, a goat, a little miniature horse, chickens, all kinds of stuff. I mean, geez, I think I'd want to retire there. She can feed and water me, and I'll just sit there and enjoy everybody. I don't know. Anyways, that's how it's going now. Everything's good, and I just wanted to give you an update and show you their new home. So with that, have a wonderful day, and don't forget to eat what you grow. We're leaving. Bye-bye.